If you live in Ontario in 2026, you are probably asked this question at 2 o'clock in the night. Should I keep renting or should I buy my first home? Rent feels unstable, mortgages feel brutal, and everyone has an opinion. So today, we are going to cut through the noise. No hype, no fear. Just clean math and real life. And answer just 3 questions. When does renting actually make sense? When does buying become smarter financial move? And most important, what's right for you in 2026? By the end, you will know when renting is actually the smarter move, when buying starts winning financially, and the exact framework to decide what's right for you in 2026. Let's break it down properly. When renting wins, renting is not a failure. Renting is a strategy. In Ontario, renting wins when you are paying for flexibility and protecting the cash flow. Number 1. Flexibility. Renting gives you freedom. If your job might change, if your PR status hasn't confirmed yet, or if you may move cities. Renting lets you move without penalty. No selling cost, no market risk, no long-term commitment. Number 2, predictable monthly costs. When you rent, you pay only one number. No property tax, no roof repairs, no furnace replacement. That stability matters, especially for students, newcomers, and anyone still building income. Number 3, lifestyle without ownership. Renting lets you live close to downtown, transit, school, or work without paying $800,000 to own there. You are buying location and convenience, not a mortgage. So yes, renting can be an absolutely smart decision, but here's where the conversation changes. Real truth about buying. Buying home is not about emotion. It's not about everyone else is buying. It's about control, stability, and long-term math. Number 1. Renting is never permanent. In Ontario, landlords sell, buildings change management, families get renovated out, and rent reset upwards. And when life gets serious, exams, kids, pregnancy, career pressure, you don't want forced moves. Ownership gives you control over your space and timeline. Number 2, inflation works for homeowners. Here is something most people miss. Inflation hurts renter, but helps homeowners. If home prices grow 3 to 4% per year and your mortgage payment stays relatively fixed, you're quietly winning. Every payment builds equity. This is forced saving, not an expense. Number 3, buying can act like renting. This is critical. If you buy a home with a basement unit, extra bedrooms, or legal second unit, you can rent part of it out. That rental income directly reduces your mortgage. So instead of paying rent forever, you're owning the asset while someone helps pay for it. The time rule. Here's the simple rule most people ignore. Staying under 3 years, renting usually wins. Staying over 5 years, buying usually wins. Why? Because buying comes with extra expenses like a closing fees, land transfer tax. It needs time to be absorbed. After that, equity starts working in your favor. The CCR rule, carrying cost ratio. Let's talk numbers, not opinions. For example, if you're paying $2,500 for a rent, on the other side, owning costs you $2,950, including mortgage, tax, insurance, and maintenance. That ratio is 1.18, very reasonable. But if the rent is $2,500 and owning is $3,500, that ratio jumps to 1.4. At that point, renting protects your cash flow and gives you time to improve the deal. Time plus ratio decides everything. So what should you do in 2026? If you are a student, you should rent, period. PR, income stability, and savings comes first. Buying is a future goal, not today's pressure. If you are a family without PR, you should rent smart, but save aggressively. If you are paying more than $2,500 in rent, your real job right now is building down payment, because once PR comes, doors open. If you just got your PR, first of all, congratulations. Second, now it becomes a business decision, not emotion. You may qualify for first-time home buyers rebates, land transfer tax refunds, FHSA benefits, and down payment assistance programs. All links are in the description. Even without massive savings, you can structure ownership like renting. For an example, if you pay $3,000 in rent today, you might buy a home with rental income. A $3,700 ownership cost can drop to $2,400 to $2,600 after rental support, meaning you pay less than rent while building an equity. So final thoughts. Renting is not a failure. Buying is not a magic. The right decision depends on time horizon, cash flow, immigration status, and family needs. From lending to closing, one solution. This is Meet Pandya, realtor and mortgage agent. If you found this helpful, Subscribe for smart, no nonsense real estate guidance in Canada. See you in the next one.